All right, beautiful day it has been. Decent PC has sold. I was already at the post office and I did come back to the warehouse just to, tidy up some few things before I will finally start to go home. But then I just noticed that on my seller cockpit on eBay, there's this banner that's been there for like 2 or 3 days. I've been seeing it, but I've been so busy to really click on it to really see what this banner is actually talking about. All right. But then now that I'm a little bit chill, I felt like, let me really see exactly what eBay is proposing us this time around. And then I realized that it's like an exclusive offer, to me. Perhaps a lot of you must have gotten this offer as well. It says €300 discount on exclusive ad placement. All right. What that would mean is that this is not the normal promoted listing thing. I kind of imagine that if I go on to sign up for this, it's going to be that my offer is going to be placed on the very top of the search page, and perhaps it's going to be there for a very long time. All right. And the little banner is telling me to secure now. And it says, with the top rankings, offer standout, terms and conditions apply until May 26th. Yes, it got me thinking. Yes, I want to really sell a lot of computers on eBay because the idea is to sell as much as I can. Because if you've been following the channel for a long time, you pretty much have realized that there's this challenge I'm kind of running right now, which is to sell PCs until I am able to buy a house. All right. Of course, that would mean that I have to sell a lot of PCs until I'm able to realize that. But then I'm taking a look at the profit margin on each item sold on the platform. All right. Right now, we kind of pay a lot already for different things. We pay for shipping the items out. We pay for the promoted listings. I tend to promote all my items at 5%, which is what I pretty much feel like it's just okay. This promoted listing thing, yes, it's a very interesting or kind of potent tool to deploy if you are kind of struggling with sales. But then there is also a limit to which you can deploy this tool, because if you start to promote your items at 20%, 15%, or 10%, it's going to presuppose that you have a lot of margin left to actually be able to play this. For me, my margins on these PCs are pretty much fixed. And at 5%, I feel like it's just okay, because there's something that actually comes to play again. Even though I would like to really go ahead and begin to use all these extra tools that eBay is actually giving to us. But then I always want to look at it against the backdrop of how far is it going to eat into my margins, because yes, you can decide to list, like I said, promote your items at 10%, 15%. But then at the end of the day, if you are just doing this thing, it would pretty much look like, yes, your item will be placed there. People will be buying your items. eBay will get their money. The shipping companies will get their cut. The landlord or the landlady that owns the warehouse where you operate from will get his or her cut. And then what else? The guy that sells the shipping supplies will get his cut. But if you are not careful, you as a seller, you're going to be struggling to get your own cut, because yes, gone are the days where you can just get items with 100 euros margin. Right now, a lot of us are really working, playing this game within 40, 50 euros profit margin, sometimes 30 euros, sometimes even 20 euros. So the more you begin to deploy a lot of all these tools that eBay is giving to us, these marketing tools, the more you're going to be eating into your margins. And you really have to ask yourself if this is exactly what you want to do. And if you really want to, play this game, which is deploy these marketing tools and try to increase your price alongside to enable you, stay on profit, then you are going to be skimming yourself out, because your items are going to be highly priced. And if you are not careful, it would all amount to, an effort in futility, because I've kind of noticed that buyers tend to go with, the best priced items. I've seen people actually bringing their goods to the market, not really using the promoted listing, but then the items that they are selling is pretty damn cheap. If a PC sells for 50 euros promoted, and somebody is selling that same PC, even a better configuration, for 10 euros, in working condition, excellent optical condition, people are pretty much going to look for that 10 euro offer and buy it. It doesn't matter. This is just the way it is. People tend to, because people do not have a lot of money right now, and people just tend to have a way of searching for the offer that is really best. Gone are the days people just go with the first 2 or 3 results that comes on the search page. People right now are kind of smarter than that. Potential buyers really know that, look, sometimes if you just dig deeper into the third or fourth pages of eBay, you tend to even see better offers. Better offers in this case would mean at a cheaper price and offering you the same, the same configuration. If you say pieces, the same configuration in terms of RAM, in terms of SSD that you are even looking for. This idea of you now paying for your item to be on the first page, that will presuppose that people no longer want to check the second page. But right now, from what I know, because I'm also tracking the sales on eBay, I'm taking a look at what I've sold and what's not selling. I see that sometimes some really poorly presented offers tend to sell well. Like somebody brings a PC to the market, selling it for 45 euros. I'm just throwing figures here. And this offer is so shabbily represented, bad pictures, bad descriptions. And sometimes the item in question is not even looking in the best condition. There are signs of use here and there. But then because the price is very cheap, people tend to go ahead and buy it. I've seen was it yesterday or 2 days ago? I was just checking Terapic, and I saw that people are selling 45 pieces of a particular PC. And I did go into the offer to take a look at what the person was selling. And lo and behold, this item in question was a grade B item. But people, because of the price, people are pretty much able to say, look, it doesn't matter if there are scratches. I just want to have it. This is how things have become. So when I'm taking a look at this, my first reaction is to go ahead and secure this offer, because eBay is saying the first 300 euros I will incur in this whole exclusive ad placement is going to be free for me. But then, if I now keep running this thing, it's going to change all my settings. It's going to change, all the calculations I've made in terms of my profit, because right now I have not hit that home run right now. If there is a home run transaction, which is, a transaction where you just, you hit real big, you buy this stuff very cheap, you can actually go ahead and play this game. The computers I have right now were bought at standard prices. And if I take a look at the sellers on eBay, I pretty much see that, the price difference between us is pretty much it's just like 10, 15 euros, because everybody right now is trying to sell these items at like breakneck price. People are tired of just having these items in their warehouse. They want to go ahead and sell it. They want to dispose of it so they can actually receive new inventories as the summer is approaching. But then one has to be careful with the way you activate these things. Yes, if you are fortunate to have gotten items at a very, very good price, knock yourself out. But if the items that you have bought at standard price, and the profit line that you're actually working with is just in the range of 30, 40 euros, there's just a limit to how far you can go using these marketing tools. There are quite a lot of them right now. I kind of understand that eBay also runs this kind of pay per click. I'm not so sure, because to be honest, I've not really used anything apart from just the promoted listing thing, and I kind of promote all my items at 5%, which like I said, I feel is just good enough. Any attempt for me to do above that, I'm going to be eating to my profit line, and at the end of the day, if I'm not careful, it's not going to be worth the effort that we put into, doing this thing. Because to be honest, selling on eBay is pretty much like a full-time job. If you are going to be doing this thing as a full-time job, you have to be careful that the amount of money you make from doing this whole business is commensurate to the amount of time that you put in. Otherwise, it's just going to be better for you to go ahead and take up a conventional 9-to-5 job. Because if you are working 24 hours on this job, this eBay job, and you are not able to bring out something that really shows that, yes, you are working overtime, then it absolutely makes no sense. It makes sense for you to just, stay with the profit margin that will make you happy. That will mean that, yes, you are kind of comfortable with the amount of sales you want to be getting. Right now, in as much as I would love to have a lot of sales, but I also understand that, look, a lot of sales is also a trap in disguise. If for one reason or the other, I get 200 orders just today, it's going to break my operations, because right now I'm pretty much working alone, from sourcing items, cleaning items, testing items, making photographs, posting them, even making these YouTube videos. This is one of the reasons I've not been super consistent the way I would have loved to be. And then even editing the videos, it's just a lot for one person to handle, right? But then this is something that is out there. If you are fortunate to have gotten your items at very cheap price, knock yourself out. Take advantage of, this exclusive ad placement that eBay is actually, running right now. Mine says I should apply until May 26th. But then I'm not kind of, closing this entirely. I'm still going to take a look later today when I get home. Perhaps I will be in a better frame of mind to actually take a look, see if there are some special offers I can actually, sign up for this exclusive ad placement, even read to know exactly what it's doing. And perhaps I can also go ahead and just try it out so that I will be able to come and report back to you guys that, look, I tried the exclusive ad placement. This was the result I got. You can go ahead and try it. Perhaps you have also tried it. I would much appreciate it if you could go ahead in the comment section. Let me know how it went for you. Was it really worth it? Did you kind of get a lot of increases by doing it? Would you advise somebody to actually sign up for this marketing campaign that eBay is running right now? Let me know your thoughts. I would appreciate it a lot. So this is the situation I'm in right now. I want to sell as much computers as I can, but then I'm just kind of making haste slowly. Just be careful that I do not break, my profit margins on these computers by just going ahead to sign up for whatever offer eBay is throwing at us. Let me know what you think. If this video helps you, please go ahead and click on the like button. Be subscribed to the channel. Let me use this opportunity once again to thank you all that have actually gone ahead to subscribe to the channel. It means a lot to the channel and it means a lot to me. Until I see you again in the next one, peace.